Feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Ready, set. Check, line 54. Line 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Right there, 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 50.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And complete to Zach Ertz. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check. Hey, watch it. Check 13. Leo. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
You got it. You got it. Now.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready? 8, read. Squeeze.
And to give this time to the tailback. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
70, Indy. Score. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
54, right there.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Benjamin. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Gun. Mike 54. 6 man. Check curls. Mike 5.
From the gun, here's Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
That's it. Ready? Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Here I come. Check that.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down now, it's Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
What's that? What is it? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Right at the 80. Mike 54. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you through. 20. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Hey! Watch 54. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Great. Check 3. Check 3.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball, but when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it, running right in there and talking to the team.
Switch. Check. Crunch. Switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Bravo. Watch the run. Hey, watch that. Check. Hey, lock it. Mike 54. Kill. 5.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
54,
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not good.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. And when it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Check right 54. Right 54. It's been a long day for you. Check, 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 check. Hatchet, hatchet. Check, check 43. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
8, 8. 54. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Push him back. Push him back. Kick, kick, kick. 20. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. 8. I get him.
Throwing again. Newton. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Walker the intended target.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Fielded about a yard deep. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. With his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Come on, let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He's checking. Gun. Gun. 54, Mike. 54, win.
Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And an Eagle.
On first down, Newton. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
20. Gun. Let's go, D. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Express. I got him. Great. Great. Go on.
Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success. Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you. Express. 8. Right there. 54 Mike. 8. You don't want to know. Check.
From the gun, Newton letting one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He was brought down by Josh Sweat.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Being chased out left. That is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's checking crack.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, exit. Go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go with Howard again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Squeeze, double. Mike, Mike, 54. Here we go. Mike 5-4. Express! Gun. 54's Mike. Check.
Operating from the gun. Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards.
Check Mike 54. Get that quarterback, D-line. 20. Get that quarterback. Mike 50.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check. Watch 54. So we got man. Express. Great.
Back to throw, Newton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mike spot four. Danny. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch. 54. Stay with your man. Zoom. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Newton on third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Newton now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first and 10.
Gun. Watch out. Check. Mike, 54. Good. Watch the twist. Get him.
To the air again, Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Newton on third and goal. And this is caught by Evans. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up fourth down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
Right there. 20. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming on. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Better bring it.
They snap it to Newton. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
Fourth and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that fourth down.
Here we go. Mike 6. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Throwing again is Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Show it. Joker. Check 50. No. Off. You go tight. You got tight.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Tighten up.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Watch out. 61, matchbox lights. Check. Wide, get wide. Tight dog. Alert 3. Check. Lucky. Deep rip.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Big edge. Come. Under 10. 10. Look. Squeeze. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the double. 56. Check 56. Check out. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Charlie. 56. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big way.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, let's get him home.
Newton to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
Kill. Hey! Mike 50, 54. Let's go, one more. Mike's by 4. Coming. Gun. 54's Mike. Check.
Now it's Newton. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
In your face.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy.